You can't see it. Still can't see it. It's unblocked. Excuse me. Well, I understand why it's so dark in this. Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only. The original, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, or patties. Well, there's two breaking bits of news. The head of the Arizona legislature has ordered the voting machines confiscated for a forensic audit. And he said, given that 3 federal agencies were hacked by the Russian government, nothing is secure. So it ain't over till it's over. And someone get Joe Biden, Ricola, Halls, cough syrup, Robitussin, Smith Brothers, Ludens. If I got to hear 4 years of him clearing his throat, I'll go nuts. Okay. And the other revelation, the evil one talked to Kathy. And the evil one told Kathy she was ready to kill her because she found out that Kathy had been talking about her on YouTube. And the evil one criticized Kathy. You criticized me. I bought you a cake. What Patty did, she went to Safeway. She spent $5 on a little tiny slice of cake that tasted like garbage. Put a candle in it and said, "Here's your birthday cake." And I bought Kathy a real birthday cake, and it cost a lot more than $5. And Patty said Kathy made her mad and insulted her, but at no time did Kathy apologize for upsetting Patty. Sorry, I'm getting a little flustered here. Did Patty apologize for upsetting Kathy on her very special day, her birthday? So the queen rat won't ever admit to doing anything wrong. All right, it has been raining. Oh, and tonight when I went to feed the kitties, Ted's kitty came up. He was gnawing on a very brown piece of grass and was squeaking at me, and I gave him some dry food, and when I came back, he was squeaking at me again. He was still hungry. I don't know why his people keep leaving him out, and the poor cat is always starving all the time. So he let me hold him and pet him and kiss him, so I was very happy for that. So, okay, I didn't do much this weekend because, one, it was raining, and two, it was very, very cold in here, and I don't feel like doing videos when I'm freezing. Someone downstairs left 4 cans of green beans and 5 cans of canned chicken. So I'm very happy with that. And some pears. And I sat here all day feeling like an idiot because my Chewy order, which was supposed to come in 1 to 3 days, tomorrow will be 6 days. And I called Chewy. Well, it's sitting in Tracy going in circles. Tracy's about 60 miles that way. We've been to Tracy many times. While it's a spread out town, it's not that big. And it got to Tracy on Friday, and today at 1 o'clock, it finally got to the facility, and now they said they're having a delay. Maybe the van was on 4 flat tires, or they were doing wheelies in the parking lot, or donuts. I don't know. It's supposed to be tomorrow. And I said, well, when will they be delivering it? And they said maybe up not till 9 o'clock. So I may have to sit in here again for my cat food and the catnip order. So I'm not very happy. And the woman starts telling the supervisor, well, sir, we're sorry you're frustrated. I said, hold on. I don't know what it is of every credit card company, bank, or customer service person that someone taught them the word frustrated. When I'm angry, when I'm mad, when I've wasted the better part of got up around 7:30, went back to sleep around 11, woke up at 1, So it's 4, and then another 3 is 5. It's 9 hours sitting here waiting for a package that never arrived because it was delayed in Tracy. And you could drive to Tracy from here to here in about an hour. It doesn't take that long to hit the freeway and, go past the curve and go past the Walnut Creek BART station and get here to Martinez. But I said, I am not frustrated. You guys promised me 3 days, and tomorrow will be 6. And I want you to do something about it. They refunded not half my money, $20. I paid $49 for this stuff. Thank God I got this bag of pouches at Target, or else the kitties wouldn't have any wet food at all. All right. I got a huge bag of paperwork here that I threw out. I've been going through stuff. So we have my reflex bill for 35. I'm going to get 41. A bunch of empty envelopes. My Social Security notice. We have a card from Lucky Ferals. Very festive. And let's open up the card. And there is Simba, Splash, Boo, Stella, Hydrox, and Ditto on Santa's motorcycle. Now, he may get stopped for being overloaded. And it says, to George, dashing through the snow, would give some cheerfulness and laughter to wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year after the Lucky Ferals and Grandma Ferrell. And says, Splash, Boo, Stella, Simba, Hydrox, and Ditto are dashing through the snow with Santa on the back of his motorcycle. So she sends these out to sponsors and friends of the channel every year, and I think that's really cute. I may have to do that one day. I don't know how she does this, but this is, she even has Lucky Feral's paw on her website. So this is one of the 2 Christmas cards I've gotten so far. And would be nice if I got more. But, okay, let's see what else is here. I'll put that up later. Keep getting paperwork to give a time card for my provider for homekeeping when I don't have a provider. This is Medicare treatment notice that can go in the garbage. Another treatment notice that can go in the garbage. I don't care about it. This is junk mail. Meals and Wheels. They want me to give them the money. I'm not going to give them the money. The state sent me a thing. If you die, how they can collect from your estate. Nice of them to want to have me shuffle off the mortal coil. Travis Credit Union notice. And I put all these things in file folders. The Target bill I got from Kathy. Shopping news things. And finally, there may be more in here. Yeah, there's more in here. Hold on. And then PG&E, I owe them a lot of money. $164. They'll get money on the 31st. Q-tips. I never heard from that company about the broken Ouija board clock. I'm not happy about that. I'm going to have to call them again. And let's see what's in here. This may not be mail. Maybe there's a subway thing here. Bank of America statement. Let's see, another Bank of America statement. Maybe the same statement. Cookbook, the pressure cooker, instruction book. Oh, here's another card. Card from Paul. Yeah, Hanukkah card. And our challenges never end. This year's upped our game for responding to them. We end with a holy time of rebirth, renewal like none we have experienced. And get through it all, we have still find moments of love, times of sharing and bursts of enjoyment. Happy holiday season. We should always remember our own strength, the support of others, and all we can accomplish together to create a happy, promising new year. May you both travel well down the strange paths ahead. You got that right. Hope gives us direction. Faith lets us believe that we can enjoy the journey, and love always lets it. Love allows it to all to happen. Stay as close to light as you go, Paul. So thank you, Rhoda. Thank you very much. Hello. No, it's he's talking about him. I like the little kitty. I like the whatever he is. Thank you for the super chat. And my AdSense money will be sent to me next Monday. So that'll be nice. And so I'll call up my first Hanukkah guild. And you can donate to PayPal at that address. And is that right? Yeah, I got it right. Can't see it very well. And you can send gift cards, checks, money orders for the cats. Yeah, I got a bag of items ordered and two boxes of Meow Mix cups because Target was completely out of Meow Mix cups, and some catnip. Kitten and Mama Cat let me pet them all the way tonight, and if I hadn't gotten those pouches, the kitties would have had no wet food. And Chauncey showed up, gray, tiny one, orangey, and Mama Cat and kittens. Everybody got fed. Little girl was very sweet today. She jumped up on the pushed together blankets and lied next to me for about an hour and just purred away. And I petted Fluffy in the window, and he purred away. So very happy kitties. I don't have much to say because I've been either sleeping. I did do one thing last night. I watched movies on Amazon Prime on this, which after a while your hand gets hurt. Your hand starts to hurt holding up the phone. So, and I put something on there, another one of these channels, and they said, sign up, you get 1 week free. And then I looked at their lineup. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pay you for what you said was free on the ad, and then I got to pay you? No. If it ain't a free streaming TV channel, then it ain't free. So, I do have one bit of other news. Let me find it, which ain't easy or isn't easy. Let's see. Here could it be? Oh dear. Put it somewhere. Oh God. I got too much junk in my screen here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I have a new. There's Lou Dobbs. Get rid of him for a minute. New numbers to my channel: 1,014,773 views, and they didn't give me the total number of subscribers. Well, it's 4,400 and something subscribers. So I've gone up way over 5 or 6, maybe 700 or 800 subscribers in the last couple of weeks. So that's very gratifying. Why is it so damn dark in here? Got the light on. So anyway, so we will see what happens with my Chewy order. I went to Chewy because Amazon's been taking days and weeks. I have an Amazon order coming in too. One item will be here Thursday. I don't know how that happened. And then the other item won't be here till the 22nd or 23rd. And then the third item, because they don't start shipping them out, won't be until January. It's something my use and for, in a way, the channel. So I hope you got your coffee, radio, and Perkle Pickle. So how come Rhonda is able to leave me a chat, but I can't see her name? That's very strange. I can't see her name in chat. So anyhow, I really hate sitting here, keep looking at the door, looking at the door. And I don't want to sit here on a Wednesday because Wednesday is me pouring rain. On Thursday, and I would have liked to go to the store today. And if it doesn't show up by about 3 o'clock, I will go to the store. It's gonna pour Wednesday. It's gonna pour Thursday. And back where Lucky Farrell's is in New Jersey, it's gonna get down to 13 Friday night with rain or snow. So it's very cold back there. And a big major winter storm back east is coming by Thursday. So we're going to get lots of snow back there and wind. So that's about it. Wasn't that cold out there now because it wasn't very windy. And Lucky Farrell's just posted her new Vlogmas cat. She has a advent calendar. She puts food in and then takes all the food from every day to the cat shelter and donates it for the kittens and kitties. So, which is very nice. And then she has another box, a Santa box, that she gives the kitties treats every day. My mother used to have advent calendars in Germany every year, and every time you open the door, a little piece of chocolate. I kind of miss those. And I got Kathy a thing of Dove dark chocolate. The box for Lucky Farrell's is sitting there, but I got to go get 2 items next week for her. The box for Zoa is sitting there. I'm going to get 2 items for Zoa. And so it goes. So we will see. I should have Lyft set up on my phone next week so I can call Lyft when I have my colonoscopy, whenever that's going to be. And so I don't have a lot to say because I haven't been doing anything but sleeping. And there's an entire bag of paper trash that will be going out along with the recycling. And making some progress on this place. So anybody have anything to say? And I told Kathy you should cut your losses, and when you get a car, find somebody nice who's going to treat you nice like a real girlfriend would, not mean like Patty. And I think it's terrible. So Kathy deserves better than that. Oh, she's having a problem now that every time she sits in her chair across from her TV, Cleo and Caesar want to come up and lie on her lap or on her chest. She can't play her game. I don't know why, but every time I get a device, my cats do the same thing. Put down the iPad, put down the phone, and pay attention to me. I don't know if they're jealous or they want your full attention. It's something cats seem to do. Even when Kathy didn't have devices, she'd be doing crossword puzzles in her kitchen, in her apartment down the street when she lived there. The cat would jump up on top of the crossword puzzle book and stop her from writing and say, "Pet me and pay attention to me." It's so funny. So I don't know what else to say, folks, because when you're not doing anything, there's nothing going on in your life. I still need to clean the kitchen. I keep putting it off because I take a look at it and go, "Oh, God, I don't want to clean this." And every time I pick stuff up, it's not even falling on the floor because I still haven't gotten my 3-drawer thing. I may go through one of the 3-drawer things, see if there's a way to take stuff out of one thing and put it in another drawer thing and use one of those. I would like to finish the kitchen before Christmas. But then I've got all these pots and pans and bowls and things that I really don't have any room for. Maybe I should get rid of it. It's a conspiracy. Yeah, I think so. And I'm bothered is the Farmer's Almanac. And I'm not going to say the F word. And people picketed today at YouTube headquarters for YouTube's decision to delete any video that discusses F. So I was gratified to see that. And Congress, well, let me put it this way. In 1789, Marie Antoinette said, let them eat cake. And in 2020, our Congress says, let them eat nothing. There's no stimulus checks in the bipartisan clown caucus, and they cut the money for SNAP benefits, and yet they want to give $600 million to schools when many schools across the country, one commenter on Meet Kevin said, my children are at home. Our schools are closed. Why do the schools need money if they're not open? And after telling us that essential workers in the hospitals will be the first to get the COVID, now there's a news story today, the COVID vaccine, that is. Now there's a news story today that teachers' unions are pushing to get it so they can reopen the schools. I'm going like, well, why do we need the schools open? They're getting along fine with nobody being there. And I thought they were going to give the essential workers in the hospitals first, and then nursing home patients, and then seniors at risk like me and Kathy and those with long-term health issues, but teachers. And then our glorious governor, by Joe Biden imitation, is going to a hospital, an unnamed hospital, somewhere in Southern California to announce the first injection of the vaccine. In New York, they gave it to a hospital worker. And UCSF is only getting 975 units of the vaccine. And my friend Paul said that the Pfizer vaccine has to be kept at 40 below zero. And I went, I won't be getting any of that vaccine anytime soon. I hope they warm it up to inject you with it. Yeah, no, I didn't hear that. I haven't been following my Australian news. I watched the Sky News Australia, who has been very pro F word. But I told Kitty sitting in the city, I made a comment on their channel. I love her kitties. They're very cute. She's a cute black kitty, I mean. And I said, with my luck, I'll get the vaccine. I'll turn to a werewolf or something. But I'm going to take it. And I'm amazed. Trump and Mnuchin want stimulus checks, and the Problem Solvers Caucus and the Republicans want nothing. We waited March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 9, going December, 10 months, no checks. But they want to give money for schools. And they cut SNAP benefits, which used to be called food stamps. People are starving. They do have two good things in there. They have unemployment money and extension, but only $300 a week. And they do have an extension on the you don't have to pay your student loan. Oh, and no evictions. There's extension on that through January. So, yeah. I was a senior werewolf. And then I could get in and I could maybe get a do going down howl at Patty. And kind of a shocking thing in Lafayette, a guy was bitten by a coyote, and kitties are disappearing in Lafayette. Coyotes are taking them and killing them, which is sad. Oh, and the famous, iconic, almost 100-year-old Cliff House along the ocean in San Francisco, in the ill-designed Golden Gate National Recreation Area, is no more. They're going out of business. They could not make it on takeout, and the National Park Service refused to negotiate with them for a contract or a deal to keep running the spot. And the city made a huge mistake. But what else is new? When they allowed federal legislation to take over what was city-owned land, and that never should have been done. And here in Contra Costa County, Bar Cava and another restaurateur are suing the county. And they went to a judge, and the judge said, you must prove substantial damage to your business of the lockdown. And I know the owner of Bar Cava not well, but I've talked to him. And he said, substantial damage to my business. I made $25 yesterday. And he said, I can't pay the rent. And he said, both restaurateurs in Staten Island, one guy had 18 sheriff's deputies show up and haul him off because he refused to do the New York lockdown. And this bar owner here has said that there's no proof whatsoever that eating outside will give you the coronavirus. You can't make it on $25 a day. You can't pay rents. One restaurant near the beach in San Francisco in a hotel, they raised the rent to $5,000 a month. That's a lot of sandwiches to be taken out. No, they're doing door-to-door testing in Latino areas. They keep claiming Latinos and blacks are getting COVID more than other people, and they're not coming door to door. And I'm not going to have those. I've had those swabs stuck up my nose now 3 times. They ain't going to test me unless they do it as a condition of taking the vaccine. That thing hurts. I get enough of that when my ear, nose, and throat doctor sticks this big metal wand up my nose, sprays this horrible tasting stuff in my nose, and then it basically suctions all this stuff out of my nose. So because I have a recurring sinus infection. That takes me about 20 minutes for the pain to go away, maybe a half an hour as I get on the bus and go home. But sticking basically a wooden Q-tip up your nose, really, and they really shove that thing up there. I've seen stars like Marilyn Monroe and Glenn Ford, Humphrey Bogart. It hurts like hell, and they're not gentle with it. So I don't know if they have a blood. I'm drinking hot tea with lemon, or it was hot. I don't know if they have a blood test for this stuff, but sticking the thing up your nose. Yeah, I know that. Well, I hope they don't stick the swab somewhere else. Having the colonoscopy done is bad enough. Or we're going to test you for COVID, but we ran out of the nasal ones. We'll have to do it in the other direction. Ooh. No. I really should have called. My doctor was nagging me to get the appointment done at the same day I'm seeing her for the respiratory therapy to have my breathing test done. I got to do that tomorrow. So while I'm sitting here doing nothing, I will do that. And that's another receipt I can throw away for my Safeway. So it's a catspiracy, yes. I thought it was conspiracy. It's a catspiracy, yes. about Catspiracy. That's another bill, Capital One. I didn't see that, so I gotta put that away. I got a bunch of stuff here I gotta put away. What's this? Oh, this is something else. Another Target bill. Earlier Target bill. What's this? Credit One Bank. And oh yeah, I got an offer. This is Amazon store. An offer for credit card. They turned me down saying I didn't have enough income. And yet, if you factor in my money from AdSense, if it all came in every month, I would get a lot of money over the space of a year. So if I got 128 or 150 or 172 dollars a month, that's a fair bunch of change. PG&E stuff they send you in every bill. Oh, that whittles some of it down. And what's this? Oh, it's part of my inhaler thing. I suppose I have to make a new folder for T-Mobile. Put that in there to keep my T-Mobile. So let's see. No. This is a different offer. They offered me a $350 card. I got some woman, I think she was Filipino. She asked how long I've been to this address. I said, well, at least 4 years, might be 15. Then she asked my monthly rent, and I told her, and I don't think she believed me because I heard this silence. And then they said my income isn't enough. I mean, I get well over 11,000 a year on Social Security, and if I were to get 100 and let's round it off to 130 a month from AdSense, 13, 14, 15, about 1,600 a month from YouTube. So that's 1,600 a year. I mean, that'd be almost 15,000 a year, but that's not enough to get a credit card. I don't get it. I get these pre-approved offers. Usually turn me down because I have negative stuff, or my balances are too high and I got too much utilization, but they say I don't make enough money. It's weird. Back for your coffee break. By the way, does Perkle ever take a pickle break? This is a question that inquiring minds must know. God, look at my hair. But getting fruit. Huh. I still have a bunch of oranges and mandarin oranges in the icebox. I haven't eaten yet. And I watched Star Trek 4 again last night. George and Gracie. My favorite part of the movie, Scotty and McCoy go to Plexicorp. How do you know he didn't invent the thing? Transparent aluminum. I used to have the same Mac they use in the movie, and I could never type that fast, much less get screen to change. You know that was done by a computer, but a pickle and a top hat. Aha. I thought it was Kermit in the blender myself, but that's because you can't see it. It's so tiny. So Paul and I got in the subject of Fantastic Voyage. I said, what if the technology were 100 years ago? They didn't have a submarine, but they had a Kona wagon. They had to shrink down to somebody's bloodstream, you know. So we get the weird something. So he went to Whole Foods Market again, packed full of people. Contra Costa County says the numbers for the Chinese crud are higher than ever, and yet I don't understand this. Every time I go out, there are not people lying in the street dying. There are not people keeling over inside of Target, Walmart, Safeway, Nob Hill, Lucky. Who else? I guess that's it. I don't know about Whole Foods. I haven't gone there. The new one on Diamond Boulevard, I haven't gone there at all. We got to do that one day. People are not queuing. The mall's open. Mall is packed full of cars. I haven't seen many people walking around when you go by on the bus. The buses are empty. Twice I've taken the bus all the way to Walnut Creek and all the way home, and I'm the only one on the bus. I don't know how they're making any money, but I'm not seeing, ambulances, like 50, 60 ambulances at a time heading for the county hospital or John Muir. I don't get it. The Grinch Antler. No, I didn't see the Grinch movies. I played Santa Claus. I'm not going to have no Grinch. Let's put it this way. You know those antlers? The Grinch would be sitting on those antlers. I'd take care of that Grinch. Wouldn't be no Grinch no more. Santa would say, "Bad Grinch. We do not allow you to stop Christmas. Blitzen, Donner, Vixen, you know what to do." I'd be bad Santa for a minute. Mr. Grinch would be my tree topper, and the reindeer antlers would be the tree. So that'd be the end of Mr. Grinch. And no singing. Not going to have you sing that song. We are not going to have you ruin Christmas. No, no, no. Fluffy is yawning. Fuzzy on her little house. Oh, by the way, I took the 2 catnip scratchers out of the closet where Kathy had hidden them. I told her these are bought $20 a piece for the cats to use. She called me up last night. Cleo and Caesar are lying on the cat scratchers. Yeah, because they can get to them and they're not hidden in the closet. And they like them, but one of them is broken somehow. I don't know, got broken. Maybe she fell on them like I did. I got to buy another one. You bet your ass. Any money the Grinch has, I'm taking it, but I'm redistributing it. I will give reparations for reindeer. And I will give out stimulus checks with an authentic piece of Grinch fur attached on a little card with an authentication signature. Genuine Grinch fur. Maybe I could have a Grinch fur coat. Or whatever the Grinch is made out of. I have no idea. I never read I think Dr. Seuss came up with that. And I never read any Grinch thing either. So, supposed to be happy at Christmas, not Grinchy. Bah humbug to that. I still haven't figured out what a humbug is. And Me TV or Kobe TV or somebody TV is started this weekend. Bugs Bunny cartoons are back. Warner Brothers cartoons are back with special limits on Marvin the Martian. I still wonder. They said they found water on Mars. Are they going to send a probe up and Marvin the Martian will really be there? With my space modulator, I have it trained on the Earth, and soon, kaboom! And then Bugs will have to come in to rescue. What's up, Doc? An earth-shattering kaboom! No, not Premiere. This is a TV network. I got an email on that, and I was amused that they were focusing on Marvin the Martian. I get a lot of these things on my phone too, offering me all kinds of applications to use. And there's one I'm kind of semi amused. It's a war game. It has three scantily clad women, and you're supposed to have orgies with this king. Going like, what the hell kind of game is that? I'm going like, getting to be adult themes here in this sucker, you know. I love Marvin. I don't have a Marvin. I should go. I should look on eBay sometime. But there's so much to buy on eBay and so little money. And Kathy said today, you should go back and if you could only have the right numbers and you could have won the lotto years ago. And I said, well, I could borrow Art Bell's time machine and go back and play one more ticket with the two numbers that were one digit off, and I would have wound up with $40 million. Imagine if I had $40 million. Of course, it would have been 15 years ago, but I would have invested to make more. I probably would have bought like 1,000 shares of Apple to start, 1,000 shares of AT&T. How many books do I have? Well, there's over. I think I need cough drops. There's over 600 paranormal books. And I've got 18 or 19 or 20 bookcases in here. And if each bookcase, the small ones hold about 150 books, and the really big ones, like the one behind me, if all these lights weren't there, they can hold about 1,000. So let's say we'll get close to 20,000. Not the stuff in here. I used to have 5,000 paranormal books before I lost my storage. And if I ever do win the lotto or make big money on YouTube, I will buy a house. And for 18,000, I will have them build a barn, and that's where I'll put all my other books and make that into my office or a video studio. I want the bookcases, except I don't know if I'd do well in climbing a very tall ladder. They had in Superman 1 with Lex Luthor and Valerie Perrine. He had a serious library. I really wanted that library. Well, you guys, you're so mean to George Norrie. Go back in time and talk to Art Bell and have me take over Coast to Coast. From the low desert in the great American Southwest. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. This is Coast to Coast AM with George Senda. Well, he blew out the power in his city, supposedly, and arrested him for it. And he had to do community service. He blew a whole bunch of transformers and stuff out. I remember that program because Art had him on like twice. That's why I don't believe these people that say it was, Joe Sixpack's time machine. It was Madman Markham gave him the time machine. See, I got to put this away. And Art was afraid to use it. And I got to get up periodically because this chair hurts my butt. By the way, the weirdest story, San Francisco, this homeless guy was arrested. He'd already been arrested for doing the bathroom thing in public, not at one of the city-owned urinals or porta potties where you put a token in. They look like newsstands. Well, he went out somewhere and he had illicit relations with a male canine. Well, he was 57. He's no longer with us, and he got rabies, and he's gone. San Francisco used to be known as the jewel of the Golden West, and now it's the sewer of the Golden West. The crazies, the homeless, the drug addicts, the alcoholics, and the corrupt politicians are everywhere. And it's like, it's an embarrassment to go. Kathy and I want to go over to San Francisco to see the decorations and maybe get you something to eat. She said, well, what are we going to do? There's no restaurants open. Well, you can get something to go. We can always get something to sit on a bench somewhere and eat it. But it used to be a wonderful city, and now every time you turn around, there's some bizarre story about San Francisco. And it's like, God. Oh, and that restaurant, the French Laundry. Remember when French laundries used to be French laundries in San Francisco, not restaurants in Sevastopol or wherever they were? Turns out I was wrong. The plate dinner at that restaurant where Governor Newsom went and where Mayor London Breed went was not $300 a plate. It was $700. And a waitress there said they got so noisy they had to close the doors, and it was not in outside; it was indoors. Well, you have the mayor who is, he's done with his term. He says it's a Republican-run city and just fine, and it's probably the only major Republican-run city in California. And he wants to run for governor. And the Gruesome Newsom recall petition is now hit halfway. So, and people are calling him arrogant and other things. So we will see what happens with that. It's been certified by the court, so they can't pull it. Of course, we never know our Supreme Court. They had a proposition that's submitted and legally approved by the state elections commissioner or whatever, Secretary of State. And the court said, nope, can't do that. They wanted to break California up into 3 states, but they would have been all liberal states. And now, not only the Alan West, the head of the Republican Party in Texas, is talking about it, other people are talking about secession. And Red Eagle Politics did a video on that. Look, you'd have the middle of the country from Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, go up all the way and stop at Minnesota, and then you'd have Colorado, Nevada would be maybe blue, but Nevada might go to red because the upper state is red, and then the West Coast would all be blue, and the East Coast would be blue. But it would be a very curious thing where you'd have basically this red zone here, and the 2 coasts would be blue. If there were, for succession would be allowed. Well, what the producer does, other than keep the show running, is he gets the guests. That's his big thing. He has to call the guest, or he has to come up with ideas for guests, set up the calls with them, have them come in the studio if it's that kind of program. And he has to probably do it weeks in advance. And there are times the guy didn't show up, he gets sick, he gets laryngitis or phone line problems. It's a lot of work. That's it. I understand it. And I'd have to ask Tom sometime exactly what do you do to be a producer. But you had the Tonight Show, you had Fred DeCorvita, and you had this other guy was always in the booth, and they had to come up with guests. They had them booked weeks or months in advance, and people wouldn't show, or people would be a bad guest, and Johnny would say they're not going to be on anymore. So I think Art booked his own guests. He didn't have a producer for a long time until he went to Sirius, and then he went to Midnight in the Desert. So. I know enough people in the paranormal field. I could probably get the first 5 or 6 guests, all paranormal folk, if they come on with me. Probably what I would do it is pre-recorded. That way, it would stop the trolls from. If I weren't doing a coast show, if I were doing just a regular show somewhere. That way, the trolls wouldn't come in and ruin the show, and put enough shows in the can that I'd be on for 2 or 3 months before anybody would know it. I wouldn't announce it. I'd just go and do it. Well, I don't think they get much demand from coast to coast AM. Might ask for a free coffee cup. I got plans for something with that too. If I had extra $400 or $500 a month, everything I want on eBay relating to the channel would be bought. And I watched Luke Mion today, so you can get the MacBook, older MacBook. I'm like, why would you want a 2009? He said the 10s and 11s had issues. You can get old 2012 Mac Mini, and then he said a 2009 or 10 iMac for $200. And I'm going, I looked on eBay and I found one for $200, but there's all these iMacs out there and the Mac Minis too that have HDD drives or Fusion drives. And the way to go is SSD. And when they have SSD, they got 250 megabytes of memory or gigabytes, whatever the hell it is, and gigabytes, I guess. And that's too small. And I like mechanical hard drives. And I don't like the Fusion drive either. That's a hard drive and SSD. So, and I looked at Retinas, and boy, are they expensive. So, yeah, well, maybe Biden threw him a bone or something. I don't know. Yeah, but how do you get them to stop? How do you get them to not call in? That's the problem. Of course, you do have on a radio network a 15-second delay. So, well, I was on the weekend. Nobody would know I was on for a while. And there would be no rock shows, no Twilight Zone, no missing guys in the forest. That'd be 3 things I wouldn't have on. I'm sick and tired of dead rock stars, guys missing in the forest, national parks, and Twilight Zone. So, go back to the paranormal roots. And hopefully none of these old ladies call up, oh, I love your show and I listen to it all the time. And then, it's like, kissing George's booty, And it's kind of a wasted call because you can get a lot of those, but you want to have a substantive call. And I'd have some political people. Would be cool. Since he's on the same network, what have I got Rush Limbaugh on at night? No. I've met Billy Mooney. I like Billy Mooney. So he's a nice guy, and he did a lot of television. And he did a cute Bewitched where he was this 10-year-old or 12-year-old or 8-year-old orphan who didn't believe in Santa. So Samantha took him to meet Santa Claus at the North Pole and took Darren too, and he believed in Santa after that. So it was a cute episode. But Billy Mooney, a couple of Twilight Zone, and one Alfred Hitchcock Prevent, he scared the hell out of you. I never had a kid scare me, but when he played the kid in the cornfield or something, he was scary. But we talked at UFO Con, and he was very nice, or Alien Con. He was very nice. So, and I talked to Marta Kristen, and I talked to the guy who played Major Don West in Lost in Space, Mark Goddard, and he was very nice too. So, sadly, Jonathan Harris is dead, and the great Guy Madison is dead. June Lockhart, I'm not sure if she's still alive or not. And Andrew Cartwright was there. I didn't talk to her much. I got microphones. I got to get. Yeah, well, DMDN keeps asking for money, and I don't know, or maybe that's what's his face. I don't know how well that would go. And Who said I stopped believing in Santa? That look like I don't believe in Santa? Oh, by the way, did you see my? I have the sign here. You know, it's amazing. I got 15,000 coffee cups. I looked for a cup to make tea today, and I couldn't find the coffee cup. You see my reindeer? Now it's reindeer crossing. So now the reindeer is here, and he believes in Santa, but he's got a green nose, probably from putting the Grinch on his antlers. So, hey, there's a coffee cup and a teacup. Michael Barr, yeah, that's it. L&M. L&M, MF, L&M, MF, MF, what was that? Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. LSMFT, there we go. every time I see that network, all I can think of, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. I don't know why, but that's what I think of. The L&M network. And there used to be a cigarette called L&M. I did her, Liggett and Myers. That was a company that put out L&Ms, among other cigarettes. But Santa did not die. How dare you say such heresy? He lives on. I happen to know he has a summer home. He has a summer home, which for him is summer in Key West. You know, he shaves off the beard and he dresses like a homeless guy, and no one recognizes him for 11 months out of the year. And that last month in December, he works his ass off, and then he has to eat to get back to his fighting shape and become Santa again. You know. Daddy is on Santa's naughty list every year. I don't like anybody who screws my girlfriend. Kathy's a sweet and nice person 99% of the time. She doesn't deserve it. WCET. Yeah, we still asking for money. I don't care if it's ABC. Every time I get emails from him asking for donations. And yet he wanted me to pay him to become a guest, become a host on there. I may have to talk to him about that. But I have to talk to him on the phone. If it didn't cost me a small fortune, I'd consider doing it. To dig out the blue microphone. Oh, that's a terrible name. Thank you for the donation, but that's not nice. That's an awful name. Call yourself. Some people have no sense of propriety. But anyway, I wonder about the mind of someone who would come up with a name like that. Thank you, Estes. You're right. You're going to be one. Yeah, you're right. Estes is very perceptive. Comes from hundreds of years of living in a pickle jar. Gee, you know, if I got a decent computer chair, I could probably sit here for hours without pain and some room. That's my dream, to have a nice judge's chair with no arms and a nice cup, maybe a hassock to put my feet out, and then I could just sit here. And biggest problem would keep keep nodding off. $19.90. I was at my friend Charlie's house apartment. He had this huge, I don't know, it was a transoceanic Zenith, but it's gigantic shortwave radio. Could pick up Radio Mars for all I know. We're sitting there one night. He had the radio on, and he would play jazz a lot with also this weird stuff from Japan. It was like fusion jazz. It was space jazz, the weirdest jazz you've ever heard. It's painful. But one night we're sitting there and he's making dinner for making veal scallopini, and he says, "You have to listen to this S word." I'm listening. I said, "What the hell is this stuff?" He said, "Some guy named Art Bell." That's how I got hooked on Art Bell. I don't know how it works. He sent me an email a while back. I'd have to find it. But no, I get when my iPad gets. I'm going to go tomorrow, or I'll probably go Friday. Take this in and say, "Well, you fix this. Let me know how much it is." Or hopefully, I don't pay for it all because it was loose when I got it back. Hold on. There's two more coffee. I keep grabbing coffee cups and then wind up with 87 coffee cups on the floor. So, when I get the iPad fixed, I'll start doing podcast again. No, I never heard of him. I don't like that name, but I can't undonate it. So, but if he wants to be called that for life, and he wants to donate $2 now, $1.40. Google takes their 30% cut, so I got $1.40 out of the $2. Thank you. And I got $2.10. That's $4.30. And speaking of cuddly things, which I wasn't, but I will because except she's grabbing the keyboard cable. Here is tonight's cat, Fuzzy. Yes. She's now sitting on her pillow in the living room window. She loves to sit on the bottom of the window. There's no blinds there. And she likes to look out at the cars and the people and the sun. And she loves sitting and she sleeps on the pillow. So she loves that window. Mm-hmm. And a couple of times, little girl has gone over and slept in the pillow. So they both love the window now. Ain't that my baby? Yes, little fuzzy. The baby. The little baby cat. Okay. Well, if I ever get the bedroom cleaned up, I will have the studio in there, but I need a better computer chair. And the bedroom has got stuff stacked up. I've got boxes and bins and no bins of gold, unfortunately, or silver, but I've just been throwing extra stuff back. The stuff I got to go through or throw out, or just stuff that's I can't put it out here. I like sitting here, but this chair is terrible. A real chair would take up too much room. So back there, if I clean it up, um, I'd still have the bookcase behind me with all the dummies books. And probably what I would do if I were to clean it up, I might move all the dummies books into these slots for the paranormal books and put all the paranormal books back. So Fuzzy like Fluffy and Little Girl is 18. When I got them, I took them all to the vet, and the vet said that she and Fluffy and Little Girl were 4. And I've been here for 15 years, so I'm guessing 18 or 19. They're old kitties, but she still acts to it like a baby. How much storage do I need on my Mac? Seem like you use a lot. Well, I've got music on there. I've got videos stripped down. The videos are stripped out and they run music. The hard drive is 250 megabytes or gigabytes. I can't remember the difference anymore. Someone please tell me. I think it's megabytes. What I really would like to do with both these computers, it wouldn't be so bad with this one or the other one to put a 2 gigabyte hard drive in there. in each one. And then the 2010 put a, no, wait a minute, I'm sorry. What is it, a terabyte? Oh, God. Anyway, up into a terabyte. Now I'm thinking up each one to 1 terabyte. The other one in the bedroom, though, where the hard drive has failed, because Fuzzy pulled the power strip out, killed the hard drive. It's close to $500 to put a terabyte in there. I don't know why you get the 2010. It's so expensive. But and then we have the Mac Mini that cannot be upgraded. It's the first Mac Mini. I can one day I'm gonna take it to the shop and say open it up, put in the Wi-Fi, and put in the Bluetooth, so at least I can get on the internet with it. And I want to have it set up so I can play Diablo 2 and Civilization 3 complete on it. Okay. I knew that was going to happen. We knew this was a troll. Hold on, I got to move this. See, it's somebody from Sewer Gab. First of all, for the record, my mother died of a heart attack or a stroke. I had nothing to do with it. And my father was in the bathtub at the Geary Hotel, since renamed. He was drunk. He had a massive heart attack and slipped below the water. And I was in Los Angeles at the time. It's when I got in trouble with the law. I was in the county jail. A little hard to perform patricide when you're 390 miles away. And my mother, I wasn't even there when she died because they've accused me of killing my parents. Now, I wanted to kill my parents because they were abusive. My mother was verbally abusive. My father was physically abusive. But I didn't do it. But they'll say anything they can. So I'll enjoy his $2 that he's banned forever. And he can put his name and stick it somewhere. That's all right. It's nothing new. I wish he'd give me $5. I know the truth. I saw my mother the last time on a Monday, and I said, "You'll bounce back." No, I'm not going to bounce back. They had to give her ice chips. She couldn't swallow. She couldn't eat anymore, and she had the doctor to basically put her under. The doctor wanted to give her morphine sulfate, and when I went there to see her on Wednesday, she had died Tuesday. So I didn't even see her when she was dead. They took the body away, and they cremated her. So, okay. Hello, Michael. No, he wasn't a political prisoner. I was in jail. I did something I shouldn't have done. It's a long story, and it's long over with, and I got probation. But that is 48 years ago. So I was a 20-year-old stupid kid who should have known better. I should have sued the person rather than commit the crime I did. And I got probation. They sealed the records, and I was supposed to go back to court and get expunged and all that, and never got around to it. It's one of the things I'd have to do. And if I ever had big money, I'd get myself pardoned. But I've tried to make up for it over the years, and I think I have. So no, the Democratic Party didn't frame me. It was my own volition, my own stupidity. I didn't sue the guy. I did something I shouldn't have done. I would not do that today. I'd find an attorney and sue him, or I'd take him to small claims. But it's water under the bridge. But to say I killed my parents or to say I killed cats is disgusting. I love kitties. I love them. Even my own family had issues. My mother and father, uh, my sister she only tolerated my mother bringing my father over, but she really hated him even more than I did. For good reason, I'm not going to go into why. So that's my business. There's more stuff here. Well, here goes my mouse. More paperwork under here. One of these days, if I ever clean all this. So what is this? Oh. Okay, let's chew on envelopes in the trash. They're falling over the place. Well, when they pardon somebody, you have to have shown a level of redemption, and you have to show you've done good things and all of that. So I have, but nothing substantial that would get me to that level. So I'd have to wait to see. Oh, and Trump has said privately that he may yet run. He'll be the age that Biden is now. He may yet run for office. He may run again in 2024. So that will be interesting. 78-year-old Trump, but I think he has the energy. He certainly could do it. And probably beat Biden or beat Harris, hands down. Of course, they'll come up with more smear campaigns that aren't. I'm going to send that to my sister. More smear campaigns that aren't true. It's like Russian collusion. I think that's a strange salad. But like a Cobb salad or something. Anyway, that little stack can be almost thrown out. Here's Hillsdale College facing up the China threat. We are at the risk of losing war because too few of us know that we are engaged with the enemy, the Chinese Communist Party, that means to destroy us. Absolutely right. Oh. A pickle pardon. Yeah, like I guess maybe everybody I talk to, including people at cat food companies, Amazon, Chewy, loves the fact women, a lot of women like it. I feed kitties, so and I've been doing it over 7 years, so that is a community service if you think about it. And I've had 24 cats that most of whom were homeless, except for the ones that were born to my mama cat. So I even rescued two homeless kitties. One had an injured eye, and the mama was in. She got hit by a car, and I had to have them put to sleep. But they were in too much. The vets, they were in pain. It would be better to put them to sleep. I felt horrible about it. But the kitten, the male kitten, kept urinating everywhere. I couldn't get him to stop. But counting my three, I think it's 20. And I called George Norrie and told him he had a cat show one night. Talking to get cats and cat behavior. And I called in and I said, I've had 24 cats in 42 years. And here he is. H. Fluffington. Fluffington. Mr. Fluffy. Hello, Fluffy. Hello, my baby boy. Hello, my baby. Yes. Fluffington. H. Fluffington. Fluffington the third. Yes, Mr. Man. The number one now, yes, maybe four. With the patented tail that I love the tail, the fuzzy tail. Mm. How can you purr in the window? Whenever I pet you, you stop purring. Why is that, Fluffy? Hmm? Shitty mouth. No, Joe Exotic shot animals. No pardon for Mr. Joe Exotic, as far as I'm concerned. You shoot tigers and lions and cheetahs, leopards. That's disgusting, and no excuse for that. Yeah, he shot animals. He went to some place in Texas that had animals, and you paid to shoot these exotic animals. And these animals are endangered in the wild, and you're killing an innocent creature, so you can like you're having your trophy around your waist or in certain other region to prove how macho you are, that you can shoot a defenseless animal and take the life from it that God gave to it. No. Let's take Mr. What's his name? Joe Exotic. Let's take him out, put him on a reserve, and strip him down to a loincloth. Hopefully, in the dead of winter with the snow, he could blend in with the snow, maybe. And let's have a hunt and hunt him down. Maybe we can get some elephants and native bears and those things on top of the elephants where the shooter sits in like a little house on top of the elephant. And we could track him down and use the hounds to chase him, the bloodhounds to chase him down. And then we can tree him and put him out of his misery or our misery. Uh, well, I do my walk every night. I go feed the cats, and then I have to come in here. And some nights it's bitterly cold and windy, and it takes me up to an hour to get warm. So I do my nightly walk. I will tell you one thing: it is 17 days of the end of the year, and I'll be glad when this horrible, horrible, horrible year was over. But I fear for our republic because, like Barack Obama, these people get into office and they want to transform America. And I go, who the hell asked you to transform anything? You're not Bumblebee. You're not Optimus Prime, and you're sure as hell not the Decepticons. Country's okay. It has its problems, it has its issues, has historical rights and wrongs, but the country has been going along for, well, if you want to go back to the Articles of Confederation or you want to go back to the first Pilgrim, and there's even talk they got rid of the Cleveland Indians name, and now they're talking about getting rid of Washington D.C. because you have Washington they don't like, and you have District of Columbia. They don't like the word Columbia. It's always something with these people. And political correctness and all that garbage. And by the way, last night I watched a video. I also watched a video on the making of Ocean's 11, not the George Clooney Ocean's 11, but the one with the Rat Pack. And they said that the people in the 80s were starting to warm up to Sinatra and the Rat Pack because there was a bunch of guys having fun. And you don't have to worry about what you said or what you did at a different time where everybody's on pins and needles, whatever you're saying. It might offend some snowflake or somebody. Ooh, look what he said. It's so terrible. I hope Assange and Snowden get a pardon because they did a service to America. They should have been treated as heroes and not be forced to live in an embassy with a cat. Can Trump pardon Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's brother? Since Biden wants us all to come together, Biden wants us all to be united. I think, well, the problem with Peter Lawford, he was a sacrificial lamb. He was chosen by the Kennedys to tell Frank Sinatra that after Frank built the heliport and housing for the Secret Service in his Palm Springs estate, that the president was not going to go see him at all. It was going to instead, because Bobby Kennedy was concerned, which is ridiculous because everybody knew it, that Frank had mob connections. But, to Frank Sinatra, they were just guys he knew. And, like the 500 Club in Atlantic City, where Martin Lewis appeared, all these guys owned restaurants and clubs. And you wanted a job, they were owned by the mob. So he had to work coming up as a young singer in Hoboken. And they were just guys in the neighborhood, people like Sinatra and Dean Martin and all of that. Dean Martin did not have a good opinion of the whole Kennedy family. But Sinatra got furious because who did Kennedy stay with? Bing Crosby, who was a Republican and a conservative. So he didn't like that at all. And that was his big rival. Crosby was the biggest seller of records until Sinatra came along, or maybe Elvis. Al Jolson in there somewhere too. But from that day on, Sinatra never talked to Peter Lawford again. I think that was very sad. They were friends, and suddenly, goodbye. And when Kennedy was assassinated, while they were filming Robin and the Seven Hoods, no one from the Rat Pack attended the Kennedy funeral by choice. And the inaugural, they asked Sammy Davis to stay away. He was involved with May Britt, and Sinatra showed up. Dean Martin showed up, I think. But when Kennedy was shot, the only person to show up at the funeral was Peter Lawford. So, very sad. Now, let's see. Well, I don't know if I sing it. My voice is shot. I knew the chairman, Mr. Sinatra, my friend. He called me the kid. Always treated me nice. And I watched that thing, and there were girls, and they said there were blonde, brunette, and redheaded showgirls. I was 16 when I met Mr. Sinatra, so I wasn't old enough for showgirls. But hung around Vegas, well, who knows? Could have had one on each arm and a third as a spare in case one of them get the flat, So, or their costumes get a flat. I don't know. But that's my other big mistake, not staying in Vegas and moving back with my mother. Boy. But I did it my way, which is not always the right way. You make mistakes. Regrets, I've had a few, League of Vote, but then again, a lot to mention. So, but that's life. And you move on. And you try not to do the same thing. The chairman and the kid, yeah. Come fly with me, come fly, let's fly away. I wouldn't be drinking booze. Oh, and Joey Bishop was the bartender. The only guys that didn't drink in the Rat Pack were Joey Bishop, because he was handing out the booze, and Dean Martin would drink apple juice. And once or twice, Sinatra would mess with him Give him real booze in his glass. And so, and Mark and Dean and Sammy would heckle Sinatra, and it turned out this thing, and I thought it was sad they told me that. When the Rack Pack had the summit, Joey Bishop was writing all the jokes, so they were choreographed to be funny. So I thought it was all spontaneous, and it wasn't. That's kind of sad, but I love the Rat Pack. And so far, I ain't seen no Sinatra and Dean Martin and Sammy imitators that can come close. Oh yeah, you can improve on the real thing. Thank you, Michael. No, and we don't allow this this troll this troll from Reno to be on this channel who tried to get me kicked off of eBay. So and little Chris made himself my quote manager and harassed Kathy and harassed me and harassed Kathy unmercilessly on the phone and created a disgusting product. So to hell with little Chris. And hell with the troll Howie Cat. What the hell is that? They always bring up these people from Sewergab because that's all they got. That's all they can talk about is a troll site, and they're trolls. Well, you know what? People wear the beard. Who the hell is a beard? Which beard? There are a lot of guys with beards. Um, when you stop shaving, and I haven't shaved today, uh, I break out. But after a while, you just don't feel like something. You just oh god, I feel like crap. I can't even see the coffee cup. I don't want to shave. I might slip my wrist or I might slip my neck open. So you don't shave, and then after a while, you look like Gabby Hayes or ZZ Top or Duck Dynasty guy, and then you just stop shaving completely because it's a pain in the ass to shave. You gotta get shaving cream, you gotta have hot water, you gotta have or soap, and you gotta, in the old days you had a brush and you had your Gillette mug, and you took your Gillette Blue Blade, and every once in a while you cut your face open. I did that. Did I cut my face while I was shaving? So shaving is dangerous. I don't put up with it. That's why they get kicked out. You know, there are tunnels under Las Vegas where the homeless live, and there are sewers under Las Vegas. Have them clean out their sewers of Las Vegas with their tongue. That'd be my punishment. Directed by the heir apparent of the chairman of the board. Of course, the heir apparent never lived up to his father's standing, of course, but was Frank Sinatra Jr., who was a good singer, though. Mm, here's another. Here's another troll. Here's another troll. And how the hell am I getting rid of this clown? Hold on. Whoops. Uh-oh. That didn't work. Hold on a minute, please. Please stop. Okay, this guy is. Okay. Uh, Hold on. Okay. He tried to come in and say crap, and he's been blocked. He wasted 3 messages, and he's been blocked. He said something nasty about me and George Norrie. Well, what I would like to do is have the $4,000 automatic air-conditioned, heated Wi-Fi MP3 and AM/FM radio, power steering, power brakes, windshield, headlights, taillights, solar-powered electric scooter. Beep beep. And then I could have the iPad, the GoPro, and whatever other device, implements of destruction on there. It could be locked. Nobody could get to me. It'd be safe. I'll allow that one. Michael. That's the name of that tune. But these guys come in because they think they're clever when they're really stupid. They got no intelligence, no brains, except the brains that dribble out their ear, maybe. So, hey ho, Glendon Perkle. I don't remember if you guys ever donated, but it would be nice. Anyway, yeah, I could show what Vegas used to be, the parts that used to be, and tell you what was there, and then show you the parts it is. I still can't believe the MGM Grand took away microwave ovens. You can't cook in your room. They want you to go to a restaurant and spend your money. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Mind Sway. Yeah, well, this idiot. Oh, how did he get? How did they get? Hold on. See, they create multiple handles, and then these twits come in here. Uh-oh. Oh, this is really stupid. I'm going to read you this one. Gaga, 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 all one word. What the hell is that? Gaga, 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 gaga. What an idiot. I need to start taking notes and who donates because I can't always remember. I admit to it. I'm not trying to accuse anybody of not donating when they did, and I appreciate all donations. And by the way, he called me stupid. That's the intelligence level, these guys. You're stupid. I've proven I've had a brain. I was tested at one time with 159 IQ, but I'm stupid. I got 1 million views. Listeners, the viewers are going up. The subscribers are going up. Well over 4,000 subscribers now, but I'm stupid. Nah, he has Tourette's. Doesn't have Clorettes either. More like a brain filled with preparation H. She came in a while back. Haven't seen her lately. Maybe she wore her hands out, can't type anymore. Her hands are always hurting. I don't know. But he said something about the previous guy said them about Nora. He said something disgusting about me. And they changed their handle. It's illegal to have more than one handle on YouTube. They violate YouTube's rules. They have no morals or decency or sense of fair play or anything else. And I don't know why they bother to attack me. That's stupid. No one's going to pay attention to their garbage other than being shocked they see something truly disgusting. They do it to disrupt the chat and to say, pay attention to me, I'm being an idiot. Or I'm being the A word. Yeah, here come the judge, here come the judge. Hold in the courtroom, here come the judge. Boom, boom, boom. He got my gavel and whacked him upside the head. They can appeal to a higher court. Now stand on a ladder and do it again. Ooh, yeah. And to help your mom. Why did you have to help your mom? They weren't little fuzzy guys in Germany about this tall, that's for sure. Yeah, Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Scrooge McDuck, you know. Oh. Give me a minute. I got to get up for a minute because this is killing my behind. So bear with me for a moment. I get up and I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's hurting. This is not a great chair to sit on for any prolonged period of time, even when I watch videos. That's why I've started watching videos on my iPhone. Oh, 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 oh. That's why I want more money so I can move the hell out of here and move into a house and a proper chair and a proper equipment there. Oh, yeah. The desert chapter of the Mystic Knights of the Sea Lodge. Oh, oh, I tell you, that don't feel good. No. Okay, I need a big soft pillow, maybe two, and a softer chair. One leather chair I'd sink into. You wouldn't even see me. I just shrink down to nothing. It's his little voice. This is George Sanders, the guy from Pittsburgh, 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 Pittsburgh. I'm feeling okay. Except there's something wrong with my throat. My sinuses are still there. Today was a good day. I just sat here bored to death because I'm going, oh, where's my Chewy order? So I would really love to have a studio. Whatever I have to do. Everybody always has a couch, you know, and a desk. And I'd have just some nice, comfortable chairs like they used to have in Borders. Big leather chairs you would sink into with a little table for your drinks, you know. Found a great microphone, by the way. You can have it USB, and they'll put any network on it you want. It's an actual restored old style microphone from the days of NBC, CBS, Mutual, ABC, and they're about $200. I'd love to have one of those as my main microphone. It would look so retro, you know. It would be retro. It would be an actual retro microphone. Be those things that look like a big tube, you know, with all those holes in them. I'd probably have them put TGFP on it. They said we can put any connector you want, so do USB, and then I'd have a 30s microphone on here. No, I got neighbors next door. Look, I'm not gonna. If I get the money if I ever get major money like the lottery, or I start making tons of money off of YouTube, I move out of here in a heartbeat. buy the house I want to buy, have a lot of land, build a barn for 18,000, build a house for Kathy, have a professional company come in. If I could talk to my friend, if his wife didn't like me first sight, I don't know why. Get a video studio built, and then I'd start getting hire a producer and start having guests and call it. You can call in as soon as I remember the phone number. And see if I could maybe find Madman Markham and find out what happened to the time machine and does he have another one. Now imagine what this. Let's say I do a show one night live. I got Madman Markham on the phone. He sends me his time machine on the air live. Now imagine how many views this get live on the air on YouTube. I get in the time machine. I'll go back in time or forward in time. Back in time and stop myself from doing things I did that I shouldn't have done. Or tell myself to stay in Vegas. Have Sinatra help me get a job in the casinos and hotel industry. Other things. I like it. I like it. A troll card line. Call the troll card line at 702-685-0000. They'd call the troll card line. We'd put them on hold, and they'd never get on. We'd just put them on hold. You'll be up next. But the show's over. Well, we didn't get you. Sorry. Because of the pandemic, our lines are backed up solid. And we have calling issues, so better luck next time. Thank you for calling. Yeah, with a lot of things I would do. West of the Berg. Yeah, west of the Berg and east of the Berg. I would love to do a show from the Berg live. From the William Penn Hotel in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh, from PNC Park, I think it is. Home of the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. From the press box at PNC Park. From Heinz Field, the home of the Steelers. And whatever they call it, wherever the Penguins play, which I don't have a name. Would you fire Tom Danhauser? Well, I wouldn't be that mean. I wouldn't. You're fired. That wouldn't be nice. I hire my own producer and have Tom train the new guy, and Tom could go off with Nori and they could do live events once this nightmare is over. Connected in New York, George Nori and Tom Danhauser and Alex Jones. I have Alex Jones on. Do 5 hours with Alex Jones and have him refute the slander about Sandy Hook that got him kicked off of YouTube. Stuff like that. Usual suspects, Linda Moulton Howe to start, Richard C. Hoagland, try to get Bill Burns on, Nancy, get Pope, Nick Pope, try to get Kevin Randall on, and I think he wrote books on the Men in Black too, and get a Bigfoot expert. You ever notice it's never a Smallfoot expert? I would not have the guy with giants on. I'm sick of hearing about giants. Unless they're the San Francisco Giants or the New York Giants. Get Donald Trump on to explain. Get Donald Trump on. He wouldn't be president anymore, so they can't claim equal time. He wouldn't be running for office and First thing it asks him is, why did you screw up? Give him my suggestions. And then the second thing is, will you explain why we need a Space Force? Because I still don't understand what the hell is Space Force. And why you and every president, George Bush said it. I don't remember if Obama said they all want to go to Mars. What the hell are we going to Mars for? Kathy can do a short live Kathy's Corner. She's not very good at Kathy's Corner in that I have to, people, one guy wrote saying I was mean to her, and I wasn't. I deleted his comment on my channel, but she didn't follow direction well, and she gets distracted, she looks away, and all that. She's not the best for video. She'd probably be better for audio and not have to look. I think she gets nervous with the camera or distracted. We could have a weekly Pokemon segment where she talks all about Pokemon and playing Pokemon. Our gaming segment. We don't talk about any other games except maybe Diablo 2, Diablo 3, maybe Diablo 4, Civilization 3, and SSI War Games, and retro. I do the retro gaming thing, but she could talk about the Pokemon, the Pokeball Corner, or Pokeball, whatever you would call it, Pokeball dugout or something. Oh, good Lord! Thank you for mentioning the hated movie. I'm so sick of her talking about Alien. Yeah, I could talk to Linda and Lorian about kitties. We're all into kitties. And I like Linda Moulton Howe. I really do. Trump has only been in Rush Limbaugh. Well, he's been on Fox enough, been on Hannity. I could probably, if I won the lotto, I'd give money to Trump toward his next campaign. Give him, I think the legal limit is like 33,000. I donate $33,000 and ask Mr. President, I'd like to have you on, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Ask you a few questions, but anything goes, but respectful. And ask him, is there anything you would do that if you could do it over, you wouldn't have done, or anything you should have done that you didn't do that you wish you had? Yeah, well, I don't. The problem is not a blip in the radar unless I come up with real money for Donald Trump. If I won the lotto, I might see if I can become an investor in the network and maybe give me a weekend spot on the Donald Trump network. This is George Senda on DTN, the Donald Trump Network. I'll be back in a moment. It's funny. They want to kick out supposedly the head of CNN, and I think AT&T owns CNN. Wouldn't it be ironic if Trump bought CNN and kicked everybody out, kicked all the liberals off of CNN, just sent them all over to Fox? That's where all going anyway. And he could rename it TNN, the Trump News Network, or the MAGA Network, Make America Great Again. Or would that be Make America Great Again again? Because you have to come back and make it great again after Biden had 4 years of destroying America. The MAGA Network. MAGA sounds like something weird you put in your soup or something. I had MAGA today, or I contracted MAGA. And definitely move it from Atlanta. Get out of Atlanta. Move it to Texas like everything else. Some are conservative in Texas. Hey, if I won the lotto for enough money, maybe I could buy Newsmax. Call it George Max or Bird Max. Or better, maybe I could start the Pittsburgh News Network, all Pittsburgh all the time, or the Paranormal News Network. Major network with just with paranormal and regular news. Have a Jim Harold on and Jim Malliard. Afraid of that. Yeah, James Cameron. Saw an ad for some Predator movie, and they said, "This is a game reserve, and we're the game." And there was a Predator there snarling. Now, there's a show you could ask the Predator and the Alien why they're so angry all the time. Why aren't they nice guys? Are there any friendly aliens and friendly Predators who don't want to use you as a target practice for food? Maybe they're bipolar aliens, or one is mean and evil, and the other one is a nice guy. And now Don Rickles is Predator. I'm a nice guy. You know. Remember to be on a network like that, you have to have money and influence, or you have to be noticed. And while I've got over 1 million views, I don't know how much notice I am out there in the real world. Yeah. I certainly hope not. He's not the alien. I don't know aliens. Don't want to be in no cocoon hanging from the ceiling. Yeah, is he a gray alien? Or is he the one with the teeth and the acid, the saliva, the bones for a body and the tail and the protruding head, the teeth? Oh, that hurts. Ow. Can't do that. That hurts. Are you from Dulce, one of them aliens? Just landed here. How were you born on Earth? Seems to be a contradiction in terms there. I would interview the guy who runs Alien Jerky, Alien Beef Jerky. I think he's in Baker, California. And Little Alien Inn. I'd talk to them. Do a show of Little Alien Inn. Alien Inn. Excuse me. Good Lord. Well, guys, I think it's time to end this. Valley, your spaceship. Yeah. Uh, Park it, wash the windows, vacuum it out. Get all you can have any change you find in the seats. So watch out for the face hugger in the ashtray. Yeah. Find a way to reanimate Art Bell, bring him back live and in perfect health. Art Bell is back. If William Shatner could write a book where James T. Kirk gets revived by alien technology, we could find a way to bring back Art Bell. Bring back Walt Disney and Ted Williams. There's three. I was surprised but sad. Some guy said that Pete Rose is still betting on baseball. God. There's a guy who needs Gamblers Anonymous. Gee, if Art came back, what car would have you have a ride in? Because it'd be a little hard to get his Chevy, whatever it was, that his son wrecked. So, what car would Art drive today? Nighty night, pirate posse. Nighty night, Pirkle. Have a great night. Get some rest. Thanks for coming in. We could have Heinz build a picklemobile so Pirkle could drive the picklemobile. Excuse me. Where did that come from? Yeah, I'm losing people left and right. They're dropping like flies. Interview the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates and say, "Why have you sucked all these years?" Been a bone of contention for me as a Pirates fan. And have them, if I had land, have them build a replica of the Gulf Oil building so I could have the flashing lights for weather on top of my skyscraper. Pirate posse. Yeah, what happened to Barnacle Bill? Where's Barnacle Bill? Ain't seen Barnacle Bill. Harg. Oh, the voice is gone. It is shot tonight, folks. Yeah, do you get a limited warranty on that spaceship? Do you get like the extended warranty? Is the drivetrain covered? Yeah. The engine covered? What do you do if you blow a head gasket? Oh, it blew the fusion reactor. The fusion reactor. Or the flux capacitor just went out. I don't know what he's talking except me. Vamping till ready or unready. So I'm looking at the clock, the mouse on the wall. Says it's almost time to go. I'm going to try to stretch this out for another minute and 50 seconds, and then I'm going to go because my butt is saying, get off this chair. I'm getting hungry. I ate something when I got up, but 2 p.m. but it's time to eat and have my nap. So this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great night, a great morning. Stay wet, warm, dry, or cool as the case may be. Stay warm and dry. Hope not back east with a major snowstorm coming. Stay safe, and I will catch you next time, whenever that is. And hopefully my order will come tomorrow so I can show you what came and comes. And I've got something in the mail. It's supposed to be here if it ever gets here. And I don't know when that's going to be. I was going to go to the post office today, but I'll have to do that in the morning when I go feed. I leave a cup of food for Tiny One every day so that Chattacabra goes and feeds her, and there's a bag in the mailbox of dry food so she gets something to eat. So she doesn't starve, but she is very hungry. She came out tonight, took a few minutes for her to come over. Chauncey, Tiny One, Gray, Orangey, Mama Cat, and Kitten. So 6 kitties get fed every night. That's why they get so upset when I don't get my cat food on time. That's a lot of cups or pouches of food every night. All right, until next time, this is George Senda. Bye-bye for now, and I will see you later. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.